heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I've gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. It would be a good idea to actually unmute myself. Good evening, and good morning, and good day. It is I. Yes, we had a fantastic stream today, members only. So that was quite entertaining, richly. There was some bad news and some good news. However, I want to show you something about bad news. Talk about bad news. Check that out. That is in Llangollen near Whitechurch in Wales. And by the looks of it, a canal river had a little bit of a landslide. And lo and behold, pop. And that's it. Put it this way, those canal bolts are not small. All right. So you're looking at least 20 to 30 foot depth, if probably even more. So yeah, that's going to take some work getting out of there. But oh my God, I am fucking sitting here showing you this, and I'm not even sharing my screen. Excuse me. There you go. That's happened near Whitechurch in North Wales. So yeah, at least they can go in the canal now and start looking for, weapons and stuff like that crims are thrown away. So there you go. But yes, welcome to the stream. Merry Christmas to everybody. And I hope everyone is doing fine. But before I kick in, hi Squid, right? Hot honey with milk. And no, I can't sleep. Well, I can, but no. I thought you guys deserved Tony Gonzalez lurking. Hello. Sienna, good to see you. Daniel, good to see you. Kim, see you again. Hi. EMS, good to see you, my darling. Good, very nice to see you. Who else we got? We have got, going all the way down the list here, Steve Ambrose is here. How you doing, fella? Who else have we got? We got SMN. He is here. Basically, he's richly paying my wife to buy a new frying pan. Damn you. She laughed quite a bit afterwards, after that live stream. Hi, Kim. Good to see you again. So, yeah, basically, some interesting things have been happening, haven't they? So, I thought I'd bring that. And just so you know, yeah, so, hi, Chris. Hi, good to see you. I didn't see you. You didn't say anything. I don't see you. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, anyway, so it's been a very interesting evening, hasn't it? I watched the video, the upload from Jeremy Hales and George and Deanna, and I was not surprised. I was not surprised. Oh my God, these people! I swear to God, if they had brains made of dynamite, it'd be too dangerous for them to blow their nose. Seriously. I mean, like, how dumb can you be to inject yourself? I mean, look, there's been a lot of shit going on, with the anti what the hell. There's been so much crap going on. Where Mr. Magoo's trying to, I mean, by the way, Mr. Magoo, I know you lurk. Thank you so much for the advertising, free advertising. I really appreciate it. Please keep it up. Hopefully, I'll reach 1,200. And then, do you know what? Funny enough, when I was mentioning the other day about trying to reach 1,100 and fully monetize, I'm like going, what the hell am I saying? I can fully monetize after 1,000, but I'd rather wait. I'm in no rush. But anyway, these people, I swear to God, look, I don't live in the United States, all right? So I can't really speak, but I'm good at research and stuff. I'm good at fucking picking things up. And one thing I did, I found a place in America, right? It's called Idiotsville. Now, Idiotsville was a mining town, well, a little mining town. And basically, once the gold and everything else ran out, they all left. So it's turned into a ghost town, and it's in Oregon. And now I know why it's a fucking ghost town. Because most of the idiots are even the villages or not the creek. Oh boy. So first of all, I'd definitely like to, reach out to everybody and wish you all a Merry Christmas. And just so you know, Christmas Eve, I am going to do a stream, and I'm going to put Squid Pro Quo on a mission. And I'm also going to try and get my pretty on a mission. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give them a task. It's Mission Impossible. Dum, 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 dum. And basically, I want them to find a Christmas story. And I want them they will come on and they can read that story. Yeah. And so basically, you'll have different people. They'll come on, if they want to, they will come on and read a Christmas story. Okay. And then what we'll probably do is just do the same thing with Squid as well. And so there you go. What do you think? Anyone think that's a good idea? What do you say? Tony Gonzalez, hello. Hey. Don't have to lurk, dude. You don't have to lurk. You can communicate, talk to people if you want. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the community. All right. So you, me, my pretty, or whoever can make it comes on, and we can then read a couple of stories. What do you think? You sound like you got emphysema. Don't worry about it. You just basically look after your voice until Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, and then you can read the story, and then you'll be all right. Maybe it's a sign. I'm sorry. Yeah. But anyway, going back to the. Oh my God! I swear to God. I find it somewhat shocking. Well, actual fact, you know what? I am not shocked of what was said tonight. I wasn't shocked that freaking Crampon, right, interjected herself into the bankruptcy. I'm surprised no one expected. It was expected. Of course, she's going to do it, because what she's doing damage control. Because if she can get in there, like, here's the thing. Sorry, squeaking. Here's the thing. Where does Lynette owe that dumb individual money? In fact, it's the other way around. Now, I don't really care about those idiots, because, like, if they're going to sit on their platform, complain and whine, and what I found quite interesting is that in a court, or Lynette or someone said that that apparently Jeremy's been has been harassing them for 3 years. But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, 2 years, yeah. I mean, it's been going on for nearly 2, or just, I think, under 2 years, just over 2 years. But who was the one who sold up and left Northport and moved down to a location that even animals would refuse to live in? And from what I've been watching and observing, I'm looking forward to the 6th of January, that's for sure. And I can tell you right now, and hey, Magoo, if you're listening, or anyone from the Anti-What the Hells, if you're listening, you either need to put up or shut up, because I have never come across a group of people who basically volunteered to dig the holes themselves. I mean, richly, you Americans call it bobcats, we call it JCB. But you've probably gone and got yourself a Terex freaking JCB, and you are digging the biggest fucking holes I've ever seen in my life. You are so dumb. And then you've got a convicted felon, former lawyer, who accuses me and other people, accusing him of sexual assault, whereas improper, what do you call it? Improper touching? What do you think that is? Touching someone, being in someone's personal space and touching someone, Mr. Magoo, you absolute prick, right? You seriously need to get, you are playing a tough guy game. And here's your problem, right? In most of the time, you have sent videos, and this is what a lot of people don't bring this up. Maybe, from a limey, from a sheep shagger, maybe some of you guys over there in the countries of the Americanese, maybe you would actually take a little bit of common sense off what I'm about to say. Do you know that you are publicly slating someone who you are in a federal court case with, publicly? You're not doing it privately from your room or office or whatever cave you live in, but you're doing it publicly. Because if people actually paid attention to your gibberish, that you, I mean, seriously, you're a wank stain. The fact that you stand in the public, and if you actually pay attention, some guy actually gave you a right dirty look. He was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I mean, have you got no decorum, no manners? You don't even respect yourself. You're a loser. And the fact that people, I mean, like, there's rumors going around, or there's hearsay and speculation that you are a paid provocateur. Who the hell on this planet would pay you? Hmm? Who would that? Who would that be? Who would that be, Richard? Would it be Bruce? Would it be like, no, it couldn't be Lynette. She hasn't got no money. What about Lisa? I mean, she's got a lot of money with the amount of money that's been donated to her, you know. And like I said, I don't know, I've been saying this from day one. There's been no transparency. Right? There's been no transparency whatsoever. So who's paying you, Ricardo, Mr. Magoo? Who? And the fact that you want to, you want to put me in the same category of Jeremy Hells. You say that I am some sort of like collaborator with Jeremy Hells. Do you know something? Here's something that you probably don't realize. Right? If I was in collaboration with Jeremy Hells, I wouldn't be talking about this case or anything revolving about this case at all. I hope you understand that. Because if I was an employee, as some of you have stated, or I was in any type of shape or form in any type of collaboration with anybody, I would not be talking about this case at all. But I presume you would actually understand that because, you're a former lawyer. But then again, you're not, because, someone who uses his bar certificate to rip people off for over $500,000, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. Seriously, the best part of you ran down your mum's leg, to be honest. You like to threaten people. You like to, well, not threaten really. I mean, you're good at telling jokes because you like to challenge people to challenge them to basically a scrap, a fight. Trial by combat is physical contact. That's combat. But looking at you, I think you run out of breath trying to put your socks on. But then again, you do look like a troll. Actual fact, I actually saw a picture a few days ago, and the picture actually was about a troll. Have you seen that there's a new film out called Trolls 2? And, for 1 second I saw the trailer, and I swear to God, I paused it just when they were about to hit each other. Two trolls, one had a big nose, and the other one was chubby in that. And for a second I thought, my good God, you got a soon-to-be ex-lawyer with a nose that could be used as a keel or a sail, depending. And then another former lawyer who is a felon and convict of a you spent 2 years in a federal prison, didn't you? And I swear to God, if you take your faces and put them on those two trolls, it would have been spitting image. Seriously. Yeah, and Squid brings up a good point. By the way, people, you know that the case with the DA was actually a federal case, and it was a third federal case, so therefore it's the third. There's still Fed 1 and Fed 2. Fed 3 has been done, right? So, but then again, Jeremy can always reapply or reappeal it and go for it. But hey, it's funny. I find it funny. And here's another thing. Now, I don't frequent some people's streams. I try to avoid a lot of people's streams, not because I dislike them. It's just because I like to stay neutral in many things. But I saw someone's post about certain individuals. Now, here's the thing. What you have to understand, there's always a pattern, right? There is always a pattern. And if you're clever enough and you step out of the box and you sit down and step away from the actual stream and you look from a distance, you'll be very surprised how quick you'll actually figure out what's going on. You'll see the pattern of behavior, of conduct, of what people say, how they say it, in what context they say it, narrative. And I'd done that. And funny enough, I was watching a video that the link I was sent to. Was it today or yesterday? And I was watching it. And I went, do you know what? If they did their research, they would find a pattern. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the fact that, Squid, I remember that. The fact that, like, someone was trying to argue with you and, hello, it's a federal case, therefore it's the third federal case. It's just like the thumbnail case and the trespass case. Those were two civil cases. Right? So it's 1 and 2. So if you got 3 federal cases from the same person with the same situation, like Jeremy has Fed 1, Fed 2, and then he had Fed 3, which was the violation of his rights and violation of a refusal to accept the permanent restraining order against that person. So that was Fed 3. Just so people are fully aware. But you can't hold everybody's hand. I get that. But anyway, going back to our little friend. Now, I find it quite funny that Ricardo, Mr. Magoo, will sit there in public and try to taunt, but doesn't he realize that, that children behave like that? And you're supposed to be this big mobster, I've got contact with the outlaws. It's funny you say that, actually. It is funny that you say that because I've got friends in certain places, certain chapters. And I asked the question. I think I asked it a while back. And, do you know that if you involve a chapter in this, 99.999%, they're going to tell you to go and do one. They're going to tell you to jot on, right? And the fact that you've named them your buddies, do you know if they find out, they'll just give you one option: shut your mouth. But I don't know if you're able to do that. So I would be very careful what you say in a public forum, because remember, you are a public figure. Everything you do, say, and post, and everything you do, right, is in the public. Now, making threats or in trying to intimidate, and also something else, what I find quite interesting is that your replies to people, like, even if it's in gist, threats are not protected by the First Amendment. And also, I would strongly recommend Mr. Magoo, Mr. Richard Luthman, is look up terroristic threats. I want you to look that up under American law. I want you to pay, you're a former lawyer, so you should know what that means. Yeah? Could be verbal, could be written, could be in a text message, or it could be on a Facebook page. It can be construed as a threat. Even that, and I've got the screenshots of that, both of them, and there's probably more, but I've got those screenshots. I've got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I can't talk about or put into the public view because unfortunately it's not, it's attached to certain documents, and it's attached to other stuff that is public. However, there's some stuff I'm not going to put out in the public because, I'm not an arsehole, unlike you. And then you've got Mr. Skeletor. Hello, you guys. Now that idiot's gone quiet. I wonder why. Hey, I wonder why. Why has he gone quiet? Why is he not, jumping on there and, why has he suddenly disappeared? I'll tell you why. Because he's realized his problem is just with one person. He's got this pet peeve because of Megan Fox. That's his problem. He's a grown-ass man. Well, according to him crying on camera. But hey, he's a grown-ass man. Well, you'd assume. I mean, seriously, these people are just absolute idiots. And there's other people on the what the hell side as well who play the victim and like to, make accusations and, come out of crap, but they never show any factual proof. You see, the thing is, when you make allegations or when you make statements, 99% of the time when a statement is made, there's usually factual proof. It's just like, for example, I'll use an example from tonight, watching the video from Jeremy Hells, about Lisa, aka the Crampon, appearing, right, in the case in regards of the bankruptcy. Now, there's factual proof. There is actual factual proof. Right? Not just from the witnesses who sat there and actually saw her on that Zoom conference, but also from the trustee and from Shakir and everyone else. So that's factual proof. Now, if you sit there and you make a statement, and this goes for quite a few, there's a group of people who, are doing this and doing it all the time. And they make accusations and statements, and they never show factual proof. Now, here comes the fun part. When someone retaliates and they show facts and proof, then the burden of proof always falls on the person making the accusation in the first place. Now, on both sides of the coin, a lot of people have made statements and they've never shown any evidence. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks and Wookiees. If some people would get their heads out their asses, the proof is right there. The pattern of behavior is right there. Everything that you need to prove that someone is lying through their teeth is right in front of you. All you have to do is look for it. And that's one of the biggest problems about this whole case. All right. I'm not saying everyone has a memory of a goldfish. I'm not saying everyone, ignores stuff. But what I'm saying is, right, there's a lot of stuff out there that will show a pattern of behavior. People who play the victim, or people who make accusations, or people who will sit on a platform and lie to gain everything or anything. Now, for example, Squid, myself, my pretty, DJ Rattus, JK, SMN, most of the people in here, okay, can prove what they say. 99.99% can prove what they say. Every single person I have met so far who are part of my community, who are part of Squid's community, who are part of other people who are positive, their community, 99.9%, what they say is factual because there is proof out there. That means they pay attention. However, there's a lot of people who seem to be just looking at the picture instead of reading the title. And then you've got other people who just read the title, but they don't look at the picture. And the picture speaks. What does it do? Speaks 1,000 words. Now, I know we're coming up to Christmas, and we shouldn't be talking about this negativity or anything else. However, I think it's time that people need to stop. 1, becoming emotionally involved. 2, step out of that box. I know even if it puts you in you'll never get that. You'll never get that. All right? You step out of that box, step away, and look at this from a different perspective. Okay? Because one thing I've noticed with people, everyone is very emotionally charged. But what you should do is put yourself in the position of an investigator. Yeah? Okay? Just imagine, right? Just imagine you were an investigator and you walked into a scene, right? Now, you'll get 3 types of people. They'll walk into the scene, they'll do their search, they'll do their grid search and everything else, right? And they'll notice different things. However, what you can do, you get the second person who'll walk in and go, oh yeah, they're there, and make assumptions. But then you get the third person who will stand there and probably stand there for 45 minutes, an hour, and go, oh, Squid, so do I. But to be honest with you, we don't really need to do that, because let's be honest with you, everything you've shown, everything that I've shown has always been factual. And this is where a lot of people have made mistakes. And this is what people now need to start doing. I've been calling this from fucking last year. So is Squid. Well, Squid didn't really get into this until late last year, but we've been calling this from day one. Even private conversations I've had with people, they've gone, how the fuck did you know that? And I went, because it's obvious. And other people have said something, and I've gone, how the hell did you notice that? And they've gone, well, it's there. You just put 2 and 2 together and you get 4. A lot of people are getting 2 and 2 and they're getting 5. Look at what happened at the beginning of this year. The anti-what the hell's group were all large, giving it large. I mean, you've got Life Jacket Lips wanting to challenge to a live debate, wants to challenge Megan Fox to a live debate. I think I would love to see that. Fuck it, I'd pay-per-view. I would pay that, because I think that conversation will last about 10 seconds. And then you'll have one person having a hissy fit and the other person just going, yeah, I'm bored, bye. And we already know he's going to have the hissy fit. And she still wants to involve herself. You see what I mean about they're injecting themselves into something that has got nothing to do with them. And now, because they are being sued, all right, they just want to play the stupid game. Because there'll be an excuse. Oh, I've got issues. Oh, I got this, I got that. But if you step out of the box and look at this from a distance, you've noticed that they've stopped doing it as much as they used to. And the reason being is because Deuce Boy is no longer around. And now that Deuce Boy has been caught out, and that he's in more trouble than I think he expected, and he suddenly disappeared. Now, I'll tell you one thing, you send me 5 minutes or 1 minute of that phone call, I'll tell you if he was called from abroad or not. Because there's a certain ringtone, a certain sound when someone calls you from abroad. And I'll tell you within seconds. Yes, I do, Squid. But again, I don't want to label people as a narcissist, because you wear it out. That label will just wear itself out. I prefer just to point that out and say, yep, narcissist, and then move on. All right. People are breaking up. All these little cliques are breaking up, or they're hanging on with their fingernails, and they don't realize that at some point there's going to be an implosion, and have a guess who's going to get blamed? Not the person who's created that little clique. It's the people in that clique. I'll give you an example. When I was younger, when I used to go boxing, we got told by our trainer on one gym night, and we were sparring, and he turned around and he pulled us all to one side and he put us into the ring, and we basically had to sit in the ring, and he gave us a lecture, and he turned around to us. He says, "There are three things about a boxer. One, know your strengths and weaknesses. Two, know your opponent's weaknesses and strengths. And three, never, ever, ever underestimate another person." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And he went, "What's the matter?" And I said, "Never underestimate another person." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Because if you say, for example, you're in front of 5 people, who's the first person you're going to smack, or who you're going to swing for if you get confronted by a group of people?" And my response was, "The loudest one." And he went, "Why is that?" I said, "Because the loudest one is the person, right, who's running everything, and other people are either too scared or too intimidated to stand their ground. So usually, if you take out the loudest one, right, usually one, maybe two, will come and try to come toe to toe with you. But if you turn around to him and say, 'Hey, look, yeah, look, if you want to end up the same way, fine, I don't mind, but make sure that my pulse is not beating before I hit the ground, because if it's still beating when I hit the ground and I get up, this conversation is not going to happen again.'" And 99.9% of the people will just back off. They'll pick whatever, and they'll walk away. But the major thing is what he said in that lecture, or the speech he was given. He turned around, he said, "The first thing you ever do when it comes to confrontation, you turn around and walk away. Because you know how to fight, you know how to defend yourself, and you know how to punch." And that's as boxers. Anyone who's boxed or done martial arts knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because when you've done martial arts, or you've done unarmed combat, or you've done boxing, or you've boxed, you turn around and you walk away. You bite your lip and you walk away, because you can do damage. And people don't realize that. Now, when we've got people like the little Chihuahua, Mr. Magoo, who likes to flap his gums, I don't think he'll be flapping his gums if he ended up in front of someone, which, to be perfectly honest with you, I hope it doesn't happen, because he deserves a little slap, but he doesn't deserve to be in a situation like that. None of them do. All right. But there's a lot of indication of violence from these people. There's a violence streak. But the fact that Mr. Doucheboy has either done a runner to Armenia, right, or he's gone in hiding and he's trying to play it out. Either way, he's going to end up in jail. That's fact, because he's broken so many bloody laws. He's going to lose his license, and he's probably going to lose everything he owns, and then he's going to end up in jail. Because don't forget, they still got those sanctions to deal with. Even if people say, "Oh no, he's not going to get touched," just watch. All right. Oh, you're a pain in the ass, Squid. But you know exactly what I'm talking about, Squid, don't you? You know exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, actual fact. There you go. Anyway, so yeah. Oh well, it's there. Just in case my pretty sees it as well. But yeah, there you go. So all these people, right? They think that they're tough. They're all like a little group. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, the hardest and the loudest in that group tried to take on Jeremy. But this is not physical interaction. This is verbal, and actions speak louder. And the thing is, Jeremy's not a person. I mean, I don't say I'm an expert, but I say I'm a person. I can figure people out. He will allow people to go so far, and then he'll put a stop to it. Perfect example, if you just watched a video with Idiot, Guano or Guapo or whatever, Andrew Ramirez or whatever his name is. If you watch that video, you can tell. If any of you have been if you've ever boxed or martial arts, or you've been in the military, or you're a fighter, you will know when someone is holding back big time. And Jeremy was holding back because he can look after himself. Now, when all this little group of anti-what-the-hells ecosystem started attacking him, right, he went straight for the loudest one in that group. And he still does. Hi, Eric. I hope you're feeling better, dude. And look what's happening now. You know, myself, my pretty, you know, Nimrod and other people, and Squid and other people have called it out. We've been calling it out for a while, and people have ignored us. And now suddenly things are going the way it's supposed to be going. You know, I can see a couple of people, like they were saying always, one person going to go to jail. No, I'm telling you right now, a minimum of 2 people are going to go to jail. Or they're going to, at least 2 people are going to jail. And the rest of them are going to get fucking convictions. They're not walking away from this without convictions. And if they do, then Jesus, then move to a different state. Actual fact, move to Alaska. Can you imagine everyone who's been following this case ends up moving to Alaska? And you're all in the same town, and you all go into the shopping, and it's like you got people who support what the anti-hells, and then some people who support what the hells. It's like they're all in the same aisle. God. Body pickup in aisle 3, 4, and 7. But let's be serious. Let's get real here, shall we? One thing, the bankruptcy is going to end in devastating news for Lynette. That's my prediction, 100%. The second thing is, I doubt very much that the bankruptcy lawyer is going to be around for a long time. I doubt that very much. He's probably going to appear once or twice, and that'll be it. Because the money, where's the money coming from? All right? Because if either he is absolute as thick as 2 short planks, right, or he's going to see that there's not going to be any financial gain from this from this hearing, this bankruptcy hearing, and he's going to walk. He's going to go, nope, sorry, done. All right. The fact from this case alone, there's going to be convictions towards the crampon, all right, and they're going to end up losing everything. And what gets me here, this is where I'm a little bit confused. Where's the CPS? Where's the Social Security representative? Where's the CPS representative? I mean, looking at that property, they've richly not they have barricaded themselves into that property, because, you know, why hasn't there been a official assessment done, not just on Lynette, but on John Cook, but then also on the little one? Why isn't there anything being done? That should be the major question that should be asked right now. It doesn't matter if people feel, people, want the little one to be safe. Yeah, we all do. But the fact that all this is going on, and you've got like the crampons, you got freaking swamp lizard, you got all these idiots playing victims, not just on the anti what the hells, but also on what the hells. Why isn't there a psychological evaluation done on these individuals, considering the intensity of these cases, considering the content of all these cases, the fact that Lynette Preston made statements to the effect of, "Oh, my child this, my child that." Why is there nothing being done? That should be the question. That should be the question that should be asked. And then the second thing is, why, if the feds are involved, or if there's a Department of Justice or Department of Finance or whoever, and they are involved, why are we not hearing about people being detained on principle just for the fact of what they've done? How many people need to go into that live stream of the crampons and throw money at them, and they sit on there and they and like every breath's a different line? When will people come to the realization is that you're not vindicating these people, you're enabling them? They have taken so much money, so many donations, people genuinely donated to them, for them. And then you've got all these comments like, no, that money was for me to do what I think I need to do with it. No. Any money that was donated towards Lynette Preston, John Cook, and that little angel, right, was for them. You have not shown any factual proof, nothing. The only thing you have shown, though, to contradict myself there a little bit, is the fact that, with the fence and everything else. However, the fence was already paid for way before all this shit started. It was paid in October. All this crap with the donations and everything else properly started in November of last year. And it's been going since. Yeah, I wouldn't throw that. I wouldn't even do that. So, why isn't there? And, if Jeremy's out there listening, or, anyone who's listening from the What the Hells, why isn't this happening? Why isn't this being reinforced? Why is this not being requested? Why is this not being, screw it, go to the newspapers, go to the news channels. Channel 20 were quite interested about the incident with John Cook and his pew pointing at a vehicle with an 8-year-old child in the back. Yes, we know we know the story about Wes. Yes, who cares? You don't, no one does. Let's move on. But the fact that there was a woman excuse me a minute. The fact that there was a child in that car. Now, I know that our friend Mr. Magoo can't relate because I don't think he's got any children. And to be honest with you, right, I don't think he should be allowed to reproduce. One idiot's enough. When it comes to Skeletor, Volp, hello you guys, I don't really care. He's a tadpole anyway. He's a spank stain. Now, when it comes to other people, I've noticed a pattern when it comes to the youngsters. A daughter turns up. Oh, there's a piece of paper with blue tape. He is he is using his daughter as a human shield to avoid being served. Doesn't work that way, sunshine. All right. Now, crampons, if they got any kids, God help them. But I doubt very much, because I've never heard of a beached whale giving birth. But anyway, And when it comes to Stupid Dave, I don't think he can actually see his man sausage, so we don't have to worry about that one. Well, most of them have got man sausage on their forehead, so yeah, you've got the problem when they walk into a bathroom, turn the light on, they start rubbing their foreheads and scream, "I'm coming!" and then spit in the mirror. 1 second, I have a massage. But yeah, it's going to come to a point where either they are ignoring the fact that they are in a lot of trouble, or they think they don't care because they think they can get away with it. But if you got people from different countries seeing loopholes in their stories and seeing the factual bullshittery, I think they should just, I think that the Crampons should get all the last 18 months of receipts from the bank and from everything, from Cash App, from Venmo, from PayPal, and everything else. Print it out, send it to the trustee. Because if you think you can vindicate yourself, and you think that you can prove that the accusations against you are untrue, then why aren't you vindicating yourself? And that goes for all of you. You sit on your platforms going, "Oh, they're attacking, oh, they're stalking, oh yeah, use the big words, use the trigger words, harassment, defamation, slander, stalking." Oh. Do you know, if there are people out there who get off on those words, I'll bet you any money they watch your videos. No wonder you get a lot of views, because they're sitting there going, "Oh, he said defamation. Oh, she said, oh my God, say it one more time, defamation." Oh, it's like watching The Lion King when the hyenas say, "Go on, say Mufasa, Mufasa, oh, Mufasa." That's how stupid you people are. But what gets me is that not one person, not what the courts, the judges, the lawyers, that they haven't gone, "Hey, I think we need to get a psychological evaluation here." Legally, you are entitled to that, because you need to make sure that the person is sane enough to actually accept the consequences of their actions. Don't you not? I mean, I don't live in the States, so I don't know the laws over there, which a lot of people say. But funny enough, I have learned more about American law in this than I ever knew before. Like in some states, it's a two-party consent. However, if the person has said something that may resolve, if it may involve someone's safety or life, then that content or that information can be passed on to the police to prevent harming of an individual or something that may occur, because it's then called as what's it called again? CI, confidential informant. So you can be anonymous. You can send that to the police, and the police will go, "Oh, right, where's this coming from?" And then they'll listen to it and go, "Oh, snap. Right, okay, let's get down and sort this out." Right. So and here's the thing. When you've got Robbie, it's really strange, in fact, is that you've got all these people that are all flapping their gums and giving it large, and look where they are now. Don't you find that strange? Is there one person in here could turn around to me and say, "Well, no, that's normal"? I find it very strange. And Kim, you're right. They've had that fence for over a year, and looking at the gates, basically the hinges that they've used are basically run hinges, and plus they didn't put the gate in first. They actually put the gate in while they were building the fence. So that's why the fences. That's why, and also putting on roof sheeting is not light. That stuff's not light. And when you put roof sheeting over, I mean, why the hell are they doing what they're doing? They don't have to do that. At the end of the day, if someone was driving by my property and recording my property, I wouldn't care. I would not care, because if you're not doing anything illegal, you're not doing anything wrong, why are you so worried about it? You're the ones who moved down there. You're the ones who tried to sneak, make your way in and make a little bit of cash. So what you're worried about? You got your fence, you got your privacy. Move on. Unless you're doing something wrong. So where's the problem? If I had Jeremy Hales driving past my property every day, right, I wouldn't give two shits. He could drive past doing a handstand naked on his flatbed on his truck while someone else is driving it. I wouldn't care. I would actually ask him if he's, if it's a bit drafty for him, but other than that, I wouldn't care. Especially not in a federal court case. Because it's all evidence. You say that you've got cameras and everything else, and which you do. And here's another thing. Why does the Crampon have access to your cameras? Or is it John Cook or Lynette Preston? Or that's your real name, by the way. It's not Michelle Preston, it's Lynette Preston. Let's make sure we ever want to. Okay. And why is it that you're still giving them videos and God knows what, considering that, what you said about Lisa? Or does Lisa still have access to your account? So here's a little bit of word of advice, Lynette, if you're listening, or anyone who likes you is listening. Right? Maybe you should change the password on that camera system so you don't allow people to get in there. Just saying. Anyway, so what has everyone got planned for Christmas? I shall now shut up and listen to you guys. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Father Christmas lost his whiskers in a Milky Way. Yep, dip dip do. Yep, dip dip do. Yep, dip dip dip. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Father Christmas lost his whiskers and Luthman ran away. Yeah, so anyway. Well, as everyone says, oh, there you go. My granddaughter is spending Christmas Eve with us. That's brilliant. Good news. That's good. Good. That is really good. Oh, excuse me. 1 second. Oh my God! I've just been talking for the last minute, and I realised my mic was muted. So, Eric, are you still where you were the other night when you messaged me, or are you back home? And Kim, thank you very much. I thought I was muted. No. I think I'm going to watch a film tonight before it's 3:00 in the morning, and it's okay. I'm not suffering from my insomnia. It's just Christmas is. This is why I'm doing that live stream Christmas Eve, is because sometimes Christmas does get a little bit difficult. And we did a members only stream today, which I hope people enjoyed. And if you are a members only, I hope you enjoy it. And just remember the rules for members only. Don't put yourself in a predicament, just saying. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Christmas. Oh, yes. My beautiful little angels coming. Oh, yes. So, yeah. I can't wait. Yeah. And seriously, guys, I'm going to make absolutely sure, you guys, when I open the doors for that stream, everyone is welcome. I'm very tempted to actually turn subscribers off and let just anyone come in, but then again, we know what some idiots are like. So I'm going to stick on subscribers, and there's going to be a few changes for the new year. So I'm going to concentrate on myself in regards of platforms and live streaming and stuff like that. So just be aware, it's I will be concentrating on another platform, streaming there as well. I will continue to upload gaming videos. I probably might put a couple up over Christmas. But like I said, Christmas Eve, and I probably might do something for Boxing Day as well, but Christmas Eve, I've got a couple of stories to read. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. And basically, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if there's one person or 100 people here. We're going to have some fun and just chill out and chat. Okay. Oh, yeah. Autobots, roll out. I'm looking forward. To, how can I put it? I'm looking forward to the new year, because the new year is going to start differently. And I'm going to put like a survey out. I'm going to ask what you guys want me to do in the new year besides this case. What else would you like me to talk about? What do you mean you're number one? Oh, yes, you are. Congratulations, you're number one. There's no price, though. I'm just saying. Yeah. So if you got any ideas of what you would like me to cover, I have been saying that I wanted to cover, special effects and DIY stuff like working on cars and stuff like that. I'll probably ask my mate to come around and, work on his car also. Right. Yeah, it's a good stream. And to all the newcomers, welcome to the platform. Welcome to the community. Please remember, to receive respect, you give respect. Constructive conversations are always welcome, as long as if you are trying to attack or trying to corner, or you're trying to be funny, I can assure you that you'll get yeeted so quick that even your teeth will still need to catch up. Other than that, we're all a large community. We all care about what's going on, and we've all got different lifestyles and different life backgrounds. So common courtesy and common respect is called for. There you go. And if you've got a problem with a topic, don't attack the person, attack the topic. Simple. Wait a minute, what day is it tomorrow? 23rd. So day after 24th is Christmas Eve. Excuse me a second. So 23rd. Right. So what shall I go live today? Today? 24th. Bloody hell. I may do, I may not. 24th is Christmas Eve. I'm definitely going to go live. I probably might go live around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock my time, which would then be 10 o'clock your time. And then I'll just stay live. I don't know how long for, but I'll just stay live. Even if I don't talk and just, just play music or, just chill out, and you guys can just sit here, talk amongst yourselves. You can talk to each other, and basically consider it just a, mi casa, su casa. Simple. Why not? But don't forget, there's a lot of people who may have plans over Christmas. So if they don't turn up or they're not here, right, they'll be with loved ones. And if you don't have family or anything, please feel free to come in. You're going to always be welcome. I saw someone. Where was it? Who did I see? Who did I see the other day in a chat? Who did I see in the chat last time? I can't remember. But I will send out a post of what stories I'm going to read. Probably just about an hour before my stream starts. I don't want people stealing my ideas. They can do it themselves. They can use their own research. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it. Oops. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask them now. I know there's only a few of you here, the rest of the lurkers. And I know that people are lurking because one reason or the other, which I respect. That's not a problem. But if you've got any questions, now's the time to ask. And don't worry, in the new year, I probably might do some work on different trailers. I need to find that other video. So if I find that other video, then I can do a different intro and a different extra. Outro. So no one here? No one's got questions? Oh, Danny boy. I'll wait. I'll give it because I think I'm lagging a little bit. All right, hero. No problem, Chris. Not a problem. Yeah. So no one got any questions? No? Kim? EMS? Squid's probably gone to sleep. SMN? Eric? Anybody? Anyone out there? Do you know what film I want to watch? Spawn, do you play Assassin's Creed? I think you've asked me this one before, fella. No, I don't. Unfortunately. Fortunately and unfortunately, I don't play those type of games. I prefer more simulation. Just want to say Merry Christmas, my darling. Merry Christmas to you. And remember, right, you don't have to be alone over Christmas, okay? And if I get a lot of people who are, then I probably might do another stream on Christmas Day and just open it up and let you guys do what you want. And I mean, obviously, I'll be monitoring it, but I'll just open it up for you guys so you can talk to each other, so you're not alone. Yeah, there's a lot of people ask me questions. I don't mind. Like I said, I will answer questions if I want to. I mean, like when you guys ask me questions, 99.9% all the questions that I get asked from you guys seem to be very, very well formulated and interesting to think of. I mean, I got asked a question a little while back, and I went, "Do you know I don't have an answer to that?" Hose picker. To be perfect, what do you mean score? Oh God, I knew someone would bring that up. It was only a matter of time. I tried to avoid that topic, but no. Hose picker. Yeah, typical. Yeah, my daughter has. She's beat me hands down. She's literally got the whole bloody thing now. She's got the whole store now. And I think she's got 15 or 18 AI working for her. But she's found another game now. And she won't tell me what it is because she knows I probably might go and get it as well. Yeah, my daughter's winning hands down. I haven't played the game for a while, to be perfectly honest with you, because I totally forgot. So maybe Christmas Eve, I'll probably might, after I've read the stories, I probably might play it for an hour or so. So why not? Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I've been. To be honest with you, I've been neglecting some of the gameplay. There's other games I want to play as well. There's one game where you are actually a detective and you try to solve crimes, but I can't find it anymore. And it was proper crimes, And there's another thing where you can get. I think you pay. Can't remember if you pay for it or not, but you get sent the actual paperwork, the reports, the statements, and police evidence and stuff like that, and they send you the stuff, and you can richly, investigate the crime. Oh, I will, Steve. Oh, well, mate. I probably might do some shopping mall on day after tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do it on that other stream. I'll do it on the open house stream. Yeah, I'll do it on that open house stream. Yeah. So how you been doing, house picker? I haven't seen you for a while. I thought you didn't like me anymore. I was very sad. I can remember when I first met you and keep on calling you nose picker. Do you know what my good night picture is? Pow. Do 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 do. And do 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 do. Ding a ling a ling. Ding 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 ding. Anyway, guys, I am going to love you and leave you. Eric, get well soon. Look after yourself, please, fella. And if the nurses give you any crap, let me know. But please take care of yourself. Get well soon. And to everyone else, I bid you adieu. And I hope that you have a fantastic night. And I'm glad that I hope that you enjoyed tonight. You know, and remember, a smile a day keeps the ugly people away. But one thing I would say, please remember, right? If you want to come and join us on Christmas Eve, please do not hesitate. Come and join us, right? And just hang out, just have a chat. Yes, I know it's the internet. Yes, I know the people. You don't know these people. You only know them on the internet. But I'll tell you one thing. You'll be very surprised. You do meet a lot of nice people. Okay? So please, don't be alone. All right? And if you need to talk, come and talk. Talking doesn't cost a thing. Listening doesn't cost a thing. And maybe you relate to someone else. Okay? So on that note, as you can see the picture, peace. And as you know, here it comes. Yeet. Oh my God, I've been sitting here talking and I realize I'm muted because I'm used to like, well, look who jumps in when I'm leaving. Am I going? I don't know. But anyway, guys, have a go. I'll talk to you later. Get some sleep. Have a good night. And, you know, thank you very much for being here. All right. You take care of yourself, guys. Much love. And I'll see you soon. Yeet.
They go live every night selling drama on demand with crampons sitting on their ass and dicky on hand. Fake tears falling, oh I'm just speaking truth, while they pocket super chats and exploit the loons. Gator rolls in trying to act real cool, but he's stirring up heat, breaking all the rules. Haters in a circle, all bark, no bite, till Spawn Trooper drops and it flips on the light. Spawn Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawn Trooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Spawn Trooper, is weak with this one. Deuces in the mix, spinning lies for the stream. He acts like a king, but his throne's just a meme. Dodging all the questions with a scripted phrase, trying to fool the crowd, but he's just a face. Bones Lacker's got a seat at the front of the show, putting up a front, but got nowhere to go. Guano's hiding in shadows, throwing shade in the chat. They all act tough, but Spawn Trooper's on that. Spawn Trooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawn Trooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Weak with this one. Now the people rise, no longer blind. The lies unravel one stream at a time. Truth's not merch, it don't come in packs. And Spawn Troopers got receipts, not just attacks. He says turn off the feed, walk into the sun. This war for your mind, it's already begun. With clarity blazing like a saber so bright, he leads the way through the digital night. Spawn Troopers say, I see you playing, keeping up the show, spinning your stories, but the truth starts to flow. Your gators pull high like you're some kind of lord, but all you're doing is striking out with the faulty sword. You're no warrior, just a puppet on strings. Your fake crown don't mean a thing. The game's up now, you're out of moves. Spawn Troopers here to is weak with this one.
Truth will rise in the end, no place for deceit.
May grim unwind, get a whole group on. The force is weak.